Hello all, hope everyone is doing well whenever it is you are watching this. Just wanted to do a nice little voiceover today of a painting of a cute little witch girl, witchy vibes. I got the HIMI gouache set. I know it's quite old, but it is new to me. So I thought I would give it a try out. I have to say I had a learning curve with this set. It's just wasn't as opaque as I was expecting. I have another set of gouache. I can't remember the brand right now, but it's much more opaque and the colour lays much more flat. These didn't, and I've since learnt that these aren't really the best gouaches for mixing. I also don't think I was letting my first layer dry enough. So this painting goes through a massive ugly phase that I then really struggle to try and fix. I do think in the end it looks alright, but this was a struggle and I very nearly gave up. One thing I do like about the gouache set though is that there's so many colours that really I didn't need to mix. I could have made do with what I had. And I have used the set since doing that, making sure I also let the layers dry, and yes, much better that way. So yeah, you can see here I got a bit fed up of trying to do the skin, and I just thought I'll do the background for a bit. It's one flat colour. It doesn't take too much concentration. I can just relax, listen to a bit of music and do the background. But I have a thing where I like to finish off one piece before moving on to the next, which isn't really good with art, and I need to try and break that. So then I'd go back to the skin at this point, just massively overworking it. I need to remember that obviously gouache can be reactivated, it's water based. So I just kept reactivating it, blending it, muddying it all up. Trust me, this was a struggle. I am happy with the end piece, but it was a struggle to get there. So like here, I think it's looking all right here, but it was a struggle to get to that point. I think partly because I wasn't expecting how not opaque the paints were, mainly how I used the paints. I definitely I should have approached the painting in a different way, which I have learnt now, and like I said, I've used them again since, and approaching it knowing that you'll need a couple layers and to use light layers and let them dry, which probably sounds extremely obvious to most people. But yeah, that worked so much better, and I think the face, you can already see that I'm learning how to use them a bit better. Not going in with thick layers, though that looks thick, but it wasn't really, it was just pigmented. Letting them dry so that I then could actually blend those out. As always, the girls I draw need to have brightly coloured hair, so I thought the lilac worked quite nice with the teal in the background. I did quite like this style of painting. Most likely drew this, to be honest, because I made an order of I got some I'm a Wonder prints that's here on YouTube, and then also a Gret Lusky art book. And I think I've sort of merged the two together and created this. I feel like this painting was in the ugly stage for so long. I am proud of myself for sticking with it, which is partly why I film myself, because I think if I didn't, I'd have just given up and said, no, it's not working. Because yeah, this was in the ugly stage, and still is at this point, for a long time. And yeah, you can see my swatch here. I had originally thought I would go for like a really dark background, but when I did that swatch, I just didn't think it would work. So in the end, I went for like a pale pink, which I think is a much better option. I'm really happy with the colours I chose in the end. It's quite like a nice pastel witch vibe. And then here I am just adding my outlines. I love outlining my work. I just think it pops more. Just a personal preference, really. I am still trying to get better at using the liner brush. The brush itself is brilliant. I'm just not that good at, well, to be honest, I don't have a steady hand. It's something I'm getting better at. But yeah, I just love the effect of lining your artwork, especially around the eyes when I can do it well. Yeah, I just think it just makes everything pop a bit more. You can clearly, it's just defined. I suppose that's the whole point of it, isn't it? And yeah, I think lining it with paint just works so much better than using a pen that can sometimes get a bit messed up if there's bumps in the paint or anything like that. Yeah, I actually was quite happy with this painting in the end. I want to do something of a similar style, a bit like spooky vibe again, but maybe a different colour scheme and a different picture. But you could clearly see like that they're linked. I did quite like it. Maybe another girl looking the other way as if they were looking at each other. I quite like that idea. And basically paint myself my own mini-series. And hopefully see an improvement since I know how to use the paints a bit better now. So here I am doing the lashes, and doing lashes terrifies me. I am not the best at lashes. I've watched people do it and it's just so effortless to them, and then I do it and it really does just look like these straight lines. I try to get a curve in, I can't, something for me to get better at for sure. But yeah, I do want to try and improve, because I do love drawing faces mainly, girls in particular. I don't know. They're nice to draw, pretty to look at. So here I was trying to use a Posca pan to make the earring shiny, because I did a little moon earring. And it actually worked quite well to just put it on the palette like that and then just use it as paint. And the paint, I think it was from a scrawler box, so I just had a random Posca pen laying about, so. And then this was the final bit, just outline the circle. I'm not 100% sure whether I actually liked this in the end. I'm not sure whether if I'd have done it with a shimmery paint I'd have liked it more. I think the black was just a bit too harsh in contrast with the pink and the teal. I don't hate it, but yeah, I think a different colour choice looking back would have been the better option. But we are nearing the end now. So thank you so much for watching. It really means the world to me if anyone has got this far. If you could like, comment, it would mean a lot. But apart from that, Have a brilliant rest of your day and hope to see you again soon.